it'll be like your scheme didn't even work. Sip my whiskey neat. Why's that song stuck in my head? My coffee black and my Peter Pete. Let me get a sound check.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was sleeping there for a second.
Throw the card. You already told me that one,
yeah,
bro.
I got that
work,
card. It's a fall asleep card.
And the fall asleep one doesn't work without other people. You gotta fall asleep again. True.
I gotta fall asleep again. That's
if they ever show up.
Yeah, I know they will.
Why are they not here?
I don't know. It's fucked up, man. Justin said that. Didn't you say that your brother might pop in?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
We were hanging out last night. It was lit.
All right, that's good.
We got fucking Coney. I got some tequila. And I lost a lot of money in the poker room.
Man.
Bro, I was in the poker room last night, and this old guy got his ass whooped by some black dude in the high-stakes poker room.
Really?
And the security took forever to get there.
So the fight went on for a little bit.
And then the cops took forever. The cop got there. It was one old-ass dude and one short-ass cop, bro. I'm like, these motherfuckers ain't doing shit. And then me and my guys at the table were like, is that motherfucker dead in there, bro? They brought the gurney. I never see him leave.
What started it?
Probably was talking poker shit. They be talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, I bet.
I've been playing at MGM. I hate it. There were prostitutes in there, bro. There was
really?
like young whores in there, bro. Like coming to the table, like
that's crazy.
Flirting.
That's crazy.
I felt bad, but it's because of the playoff game. The Knicks fucking, pissing. The Knicks are whooping our ass, bro. I got my hat over there. I'm gonna put it on later.
That's crazy. I'm a big advocate for sex work.
Why is it so hard to get in?
I'm a big advocate for sex work.
Bro, I'm back on OnlyFans after the fucking Shannon Sharpe shit, bro.
Oh, you're
I
on
want
OnlyFans?
those problems, bro. I want those problems, bro.
Hold up. I've thought that OnlyFans would be a good marketing tool for me.
I've been talking about OnlyFans for a while, and it was like last year when I started like deep diving in my research for research purposes.
Right, research.
And then I'm like, I'm back now.
What kind of research?
Bro, it's fantastic how motherfuckers getting money out here nowadays, bro.
Oh, okay.
If you don't, how do you learn how to do anything?
So in the truck,
partake in it, bro. I'm a fan.
You convinced me to get into a semi truck, right? So I did that.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, 100%.
Was it on this podcast?
No, it was a while ago when we were
Which episode was that?
When we were in the penthouse at the casino.
We're at Greentown.
Yeah,
Michigan Realty and Logistics.
Yeah, and
that shit was fire.
That was good.
And I'm walking Jeff to his car, bro. I'm like, I was showing him my pay stubs and shit.
Well, it's not just because of the pay stubs.
I'm like, bro,
it's because,
look.
It's because
like,
the business
shit,
is
bro.
scalable. The business is very scalable. You get more trucks. It's just a multiplier. So you convinced me after that day that
I'm still trying to open this.
Yeah,
bro.
here, I got
Since
you, bro.
the beginning of the episode, no,
Give me
I got
that.
it, bro.
I got you, dude.
I got it, bro.
Right.
I ain't no bitch.
So yeah, well, anyway. So after that day, you convinced me to get into a truck, and so one of the experiences that I've had in a semi truck is that
Crazy,
I
congratulations, brother.
Thank you
For real.
Yeah,
that shit fire.
One of the realities of being in the truck all the time is that, especially like me, I drink a lot of water, and so I have to pee a lot. Okay, now you can do one of a few things if you have to pee really bad. You can pull over to the side of the road, piss outside.
Very dangerous, by the way.
Very dangerous, yep. You could go to a rest stop or a gas station.
Love rest stops.
That's
and gas
fine.
stations.
That's normal.
Love rest stops.
I will sometimes just pull over into an emergency area or on the side of the road and just piss in a gallon bucket. Okay. I know it doesn't sound very sanitary, but let me tell you something. When you have to go, you have to go.
You ever had other people in your truck?
No. I will
you ever
never.
had a little baddie in your truck? Like a baddie. A baddie, though.
I don't think that this is a conversation.
Like, girl, like this, every time this happens, I go, you don't belong here.
I'm not going to acknowledge anything.
I make it so nice. Look, listen, I make it so nice. And I got my download. I bought the second season of The Wire on my MacBook, and I download my movies and shit. We be in that bitch cuddling.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
Beautiful. And there's piss bottles on the floor.
Oh no, you can't do that. You got to clean that out first of all. But the reason why I even acknowledge the piss bottle is because I Googled the other day, how can I make money off of selling my urine?
Bro, nobody wants your urine.
No. There is a market for it. And I'm not saying it's like an OnlyFans thing.
They don't want your urine.
Although there are some freaks out there that might be down, but it's more of a like, the market is more for like scientific research.
They don't want your urine, Jeff.
Why? Why not? I am
the audience is looking at you talk this stupid shit right now. Nobody
they
wants
don't care. They know that this is a legit endeavor. And we were just talking about how
legit endeavor, he says.
You need to find avenues to make money.
You're a white man in America. Why you got to find more avenues to make money?
Because I'm a white man in America, and that's what we do. Okay, you dig? All right, come on, brother. Oh, actually, that was one of my cards. That was one of my cards. I gotta call you brother.
How's it selling your urine, bro? How's that going?
I haven't gotten any
no bites
further
yet.
Yeah,
I got the Patreon up, right?
Oh, you got a Patreon?
$3.13, Dearly Beloved Podcast.
Oh, because say brother. Say brother.
This guy's a fucking idiot, bro. $3.13, Dearly Beloved Podcast.
So in case you were wondering why I have all of these cards.
Patreon/Beloveds.
Yeah. Also, fleshlight.com// Dearly Beloveds. You get 20% off of your next Fleshlight. It is a premium vagina experience, better than your girl's vagina.
Hey, bro, listen. You got that Glock 3000, bro?
I'm not going there. I
know about a Glock 3000, bro. I got you, bro. I got the link for you,
her name's
bro.
Tiffany.
No, Jeff. I'm serious.
Tiffany, Sandra.
You think I'm joking?
Caitlin.
You think I'm joking? I'm
Latoya?
so serious.
Jeff. Latoya's new, by the way.
You've known me for a hot little minute. Do I come off as a bullshitter, bro? Every time you come around me,
sometimes.
No. Every time you come around me, I'm really the man.
Okay.
So when I say I can hook you up with a Glock 3000, bro, I know about it. You know the girl, but I'm not even insecure or feel some type of way about this. The females be
it's fine.
Going crazy. The females be going crazy with their little shit.
12-inch fucking dildo.
No,
it's crazy
Jeff,
what they do.
There are times to be non-specific. This is one of them.
No, I'm just saying, like, women out there, they do some crazy shit.
I'm gonna hook you up with a Glock 3000.
I'm good.
Bro. You brought it up, which is crazy.
I'm good.
Fuck that flashlight.
I didn't bring it up. Dude. That's one of the sponsors of the show. Fleshlight.com / Dearly Beloveds for 20% off. Promo code DB1000. And get 20% off of your next vagina. It is the tightest vagina that you'll ever have, tighter than your girl's.
That's got to be against the law, bro.
What?
What you're doing?
No, it's an official, unofficial. It's officially the unofficial sponsor.
I was talking to my mans in the studio, and he was like, "We sent you a Snapchat." I was like, "About what?" I'm like, "I'm not a fucking pedophile. I'm not on Snapchat no more."
Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm like, "You guys sent me a Snapchat?" He's like, "Yeah, bro, you didn't see it?" I'm like, "Bro, I deleted Snapchat years ago. I don't fuck with it." He's like, "Yeah, we seen you. We seen the episode with you and the girls in here." And they were like, "Bro, them girls are bad, bro. They look so good." I was like, "Respect."
Man, you know what's
funny? Shout out to the ladies.
I don't know why this just reminded me, but a buddy of mine, he gave me his kid. The kid was sitting on my lap, and I'm
his child,
yeah, like he's chilling, and I'm kind of like trying to look like I know what I'm doing,
right,
or whatever.
I get so scared with babies.
Yeah, me too. I genuinely am nervous, and I started talking about how I feel like a father right now, but it's more so that I feel like I just bought this baby off of Wayfair for $20,000. She was a cabinet, and then he goes, "Dude, give me my fucking child back."
Jesus Christ!
I'm like, "Oh yeah, my bad." Also, one of my cards here, I just was able to accomplish.
Why
one of my
did you
cards.
set it up to where you have to find it defeats the purpose?
It's kind of all good. It's all good.
This man has a shit ton of cards, and every time he remembers that he wrote something down that he mentions on the pod, he has to locate it.
Human trafficking. That looks good. When I throw it, it looks great on cam. Just so you know.
It's the Dearly Beloved Podcast, bro.
It looks
good. Wait
good.
till you see it on Instagram.
All right. Well, it'll be great. So in case anybody wants to know, I wrote down a bunch of things that I have to do or say or ask. It's essentially a podcast within a podcast, okay? Because I can't just sit here and have a normal conversation because I'm too ADHD. I have to add a challenge to this thing, okay? And now maybe it'll be just this episode. Maybe it'll be the next episode.
How about we whoop your ass on the podcast? Is that a challenge?
Yeah, I like.
How about I bring the guys from the back and they beat the shit out of you on the podcast?
That's my ultimate goal. Either get my ass beat or get canceled and never have a normal career ever again.
How could you even be canceled, bro?
Well, that's right. White privilege. Is that a card?
But In order to be canceled, you got to have something to lose.
Oh, I got everything to lose. I got Michigan Realty. There's 1,800 members. That's crazy. They're depending on me to be professional, and I can't do it.
That's authentic.
What do you
Your
mean?
audience respects
No, I
that.
know. Everyone knows that I'm a little bit off-colored.
Off-colored?
Yeah, I'm black. I'm transracial. Hold on. I think that is a card. Hold on.
I'm talking like Shannon Sharpe level canceled, bro.
Yeah, well, that's because, he's being accused of some shit. Like, what is it?
All he did was role play a fucking sinner scenario.
I'm transracial. Yeah, I think he
transracial. Look, listen.
I think it was just a sex thing. Like she consented, right?
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Oh, I'm actually sound like that. Sound like every other white girl I ever dealt with in my life.
Why is this?
I don't know why.
What, Gabby?
Her name's Debbie.
You're coming to
It's
LA
Gabby.
tomorrow?
Yes.
Why is this video so short? I'll just read it. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, tell me the transcript.
Attorney for Shannon Sharpe's accuser releases more audio of Shay Shay allegedly threatening to choke Gabby. This time in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman. That's
didn't she want it?
That's just a healthy relationship, if you ask me.
Didn't she want it though? I'm just wondering. Yeah, hey, last episode he goes, "I'm a feminist. I'm offended. I'm a feminist, Jeff."
I'm a comedian. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the excuse. I like that excuse.
I got a new iPhone. It's fire, bro.
Yeah, I like the new iPhone
It's
too.
fire, bro.
I do too.
Fire.
You're ADD just like me.
Mm-mm.
We can bounce around to different topics, whatever. So what about the Black Hebrew Israelites? Are they the true Jews?
Yep. That's what Kendrick Lamar told me.
Black Hebrew Israelites, true
And
Jews.
Jay Electronica.
Really?
Jay Electronica and Kendrick Lamar told me that same shit.
So we might as well just take it as gospel. No pun intended.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. I'm down for that. So what
My
are the
teeth
white
hurt
Jews
so bad,
doing?
bro. And I'm so hungry.
Why are you hungry? You didn't eat today?
Mm-mm.
You got to eat, man. Before you do
He
something.
said you got to
like
eat,
this.
man.
Yeah, before you do something like this, I'll dap it up. I'll dap it up.
He said you got to eat,
Thank
man.
you, brother.
Got to eat, man. I fuck with that.
I think one of the cards in here is thank you, brother.
I almost got in an accident at work. And I avoided the accident. Look, listen, bro. Listen to my safety outs. I was coming up 75 too fast, and
Okay.
it was a line to get on 696, dead stop.
Mhm.
I'm coming in hot, bro, like 55, 60 miles an hour.
Okay.
I don't want to incriminate myself, but I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing,
You were on the
and
phone.
it's Justin's problem. No, it's Justin's fault. But I
course.
wasn't on my phone,
Blame your
so
brother.
I fucking I tapped the brakes a couple times.
Mhm.
I wasn't gonna be able to stop. So I avoided. I'm loaded, by the way. I'm avoiding the fucking accident by going in the right median. This is right at 9 Mile and 75.
Okay.
Hazel Park.
Yep.
The off ramp. No car was coming down the off ramp. Successfully avoided, or what's the name? Whatever. I go back to work.
You don't have an engine brake?
Yeah, but it's a switch.
Oh.
It wasn't. I wasn't able to. It's not like I was going downhill or the weather was bad or
Okay.
anything. So I go back to work. They send me down to Toledo. I'm supposed to get another load out of Columbus. My boss, I'm like, where the load at? He said, we need you to come down to the terminal. I'm like, no, I'm straight. Send me the load. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to
100%.
do that.
Right.
Right. He's like, no, we need to talk to you. Bro, I was so scared, bro. First time I ever went to this terminal after a year working there, they suspended me. Every time I see somebody go down there and it's not for maintenance, they're getting fired.
Right.
So there's another driver in there. I'm talking to him. I'm like, bro, they about to cook me, bro. Like, I'm cooked. And you know how many red flags I have. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a walking red flag. Like,
Yeah.
you could fire me for anything. so I go. So my boss is like, all right, we'll be with you in a minute. I said, my dispatcher said, all right. I'm like, all right, say less. My boss and manager, he's like walking. He does laps around the terminal. So he walks in.
Okay.
He's like, yo, what up, Hatch? And he daps me up. I'm talking so much shit to the driver next to me. I'm like, that makes me feel a whole lot better. They're not going to fire me if he just dab me the fuck up.
Right.
So I walk in the room. He's like, oh, you done did it now. I'm like, oh. He's like, no, you're straight. We just got to show you something. They show me the safety footage of the incident, right?
Oh.
And then they ask me how I've been. I'm like, bro, it's lit. I'm
Internal
lit.
cameras?
No,
facing you?
it's a bro. If they had a camera inside my cab,
Yeah.
bro, OnlyFans, bro.
That's your
Oh, shit, my
that's your
fault.
only fallback.
Bro, I might be sick as hell, bro.
You might be. I may be regretting
But
being on the show.
No,
right now.
bro, you'll be good, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I got a good.
I
immune
got black
system.
people germs.
Yeah. Plus, I never got the COVID shot, so I got like the
super healthy immune system.
super healthy.
Hell yeah, you're straight.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, brother.
What are we about to eat?
Hey, so what's up with the black card?
Do you want to go to the bar?
No.
No, you got somewhere to be later.
Yeah.
Oh, you going to your mom? You going with your lady?
What
black-
are
the
you
black
talking
card?
about? I don't know.
What? My fault, bro.
What are you talking about?
Give me the black
Hold
card.
on, hold on.
It's mine.
Yeah, no.
It's
First
a
of all-
black card.
Yeah, I know, but like, isn't it supposed to be given to me? Do I get the black
Bitch,
card?
you made it and gave it to me. You don't get one,
All right,
bro.
that's fine. That's fine. You got the black card. Good job, dude.
Good job.
You officially black.
Why did you write this on a fucking?
Black
Why
card.
did you write this? He points at it. He goes, black card.
Yeah, well, because there you go.
Bro, what
It feels nice throwing that shit, huh?
Bro,
It's dope.
You're an idiot, bro.
All lives matter, just so you know.
Oh,
All right, I
shit.
just wanted to say that. Also, do you think I should date black women? Speaking of ladies, do you think I should
I
date
thought you were damn
black
near
ladies?
married, bro. What happened?
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you think that I should date black ladies for reparations? Do you think that's
Are you? No, the real question is: are you ready for a black woman?
yeah?
Could you handle a black
Well,
woman?
what comes with the territory of dating a black woman?
Getting your ass beat,
Oh, dude, I'd fuck her
fighting
up.
over,
I'd fuck her up, dude.
fighting over
I'm going to jail,
masculinity.
dude.
I'm just joking.
That's fucked up, dude. I'm a feminist. Okay, I don't believe in that. If she,
No, you should get you a black queen.
okay, yeah,
I got
exactly.
one.
I want a black queen.
I got a black queen.
You got a black queen?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the difference between a black lady and a black queen?
There is no difference.
They're all queens.
Yep.
That's a huge lineage.
They just
of
got
royalty.
different levels of kingdoms.
Right. Wakanda forever.
Oh, they got a sushi spot up the street.
Date black ladies for
I need
reparations.
something spicy for my illness, right? Ooh, they got hot chicken sandwich.
What you need is water and sleep.
I think you make a great point.
I know I do. What does a white need to do to be able to say the N
Oh,
word?
white is crazy.
Yeah, a white. Any white.
You can say it. If
don't
you
say
wanna-
it. Don't tell me I can
Jeff,
say it.
you can say it, bro.
I can't say
it, bro.
Okay.
Say it.
I love the country Niger. But it's only because I'm a huge fan of their national soccer team. But I'm serious. Is there I know
Why
that-
is your question have an inkling of that you can't say something?
No. Of course
Because you can.
I can say whatever I want. Right. That's your point.
But
I
your
understand.
question was why can't
Right.
Bro, we don't even think like that over here in the beloved's universe,
okay.
bro. We don't even isn't even in our fucking dictionary,
So-
bro.
So I got to tell a story. I was
But
helping
don't
out.
say it.
I won't. I won't say. I won't
You
say
ever
it.
see the clip when I had to got to podcast on here and my man Austin was like, "Can I say it? Can I say it?" And I'm like, "Not the N-word, bro." You ever seen that clip?
No,
It's so funny, bro.
I'll watch that.
He
So-
wasn't gonna say the N-word, but it was funny.
I don't think I told this story to you yet, but I was auditioning. Not me per se. I was helping out with an audition. There was a movie audition for a Tubi movie, and for those who know anything
I
about
fuck with it.
Tubi, it's
I want
really
to have a sex scene in a Tubi movie.
Okay.
Get my shit off.
Oh.
Clip it up.
okay.
Put it on
Well,
Instagram
you could do that with your black
stories.
queen. Would she be down?
She would be down.
Okay, there you go. All right, and you got the cameras and everything
She
for it.
would be down. But what about my family?
Well, you just put it on OnlyFans.
I think I've
subscribe.
conditioned everybody in my life for something like that wouldn't be too crazy.
I mean,
They'd be like,
look,
"Oh,
everybody
that's just David over there. getting
everybody
his
needs a
shit
sex
off."
tape. Yeah, you need a sex tape to blow up. That's the
Is
way
that
to go.
old? Isn't that, I know there's Kim Kardashian, but
But that's what you're supposed to do even in 2025.
17 miles? God damn.
So I was helping out with this audition, and I was told to read a couple lines. It's a black director, black producer, black
When
actors.
was this?
This was last summer.
I'm sorry if I'm rude.
No,
looking for
you're
food,
being
but I'm
fucking rude
listening.
right now.
No, I'm listening.
You're being
though.
extremely rude.
I'm tapped in to what you're saying.
Offended that you're interrupting my story. And so they asked me because they needed another reader for one of these characters. And
You can read?
yeah, dude, Hooked on Phonics, 3 easy payments in 1999. Okay, you learn how to read, write, and comprehend.
Real shit.
So it's worth it. And it's if you're ever interested, this is also our sponsor. Go to hookedonphonics.com
Hey, dead ass.
/ dearly beloveds. Get 25%
You know we're
off.
direct to consumer. All that sponsor bullshit.
Yeah.
We're direct to consumer.
Well, you shouldn't call
Fucking
it bullshit.
promote
They
the
pay you good
Patreon.
money. They pay you good
Promote
money.
the Patreon.
Dude, you shouldn't call it bullshit.
The Patreon. $3.13.
You can't call your sponsors bullshit, dude. You signed up with both
I hate this
Fleshlight
joke. It's not even funny.
And dude, you signed up with both Fleshlight and Hooked on Phonics, and you want to shit on the fact that you don't want to call them out? That's fucked up.
You know how
dude.
cheesy it is to be. Never mind.
Hey, don't talk about
just
cheese
don't
right
like
now.
it,
You're
bro.
hungry, bro.
I don't like it, bro.
That's all right. I'm going to tell my story.
Can you promote the Patreon before you proceed? Please promote the Patreon.
What's the Patreon's name?
Patreon/Beloveds podcast.
See, there you go.
Bro, that's disrespectful, bro.
Shut the fuck
You're
up.
crazy, man.
Shut the fuck up. I got you to just
Why is
promote
there
it. That's
one
me,
option?
That's
They
me
only
promoting
offer beef trapeze soup.
Can
at
I
this
finish
place.
my story? Can I finish my story?
You got it, bro.
Okay. They asked me to read for a guy named Dwayne, and that's my character, Dwayne.
You don't look like a Dwayne.
Dude, that's racist. That's
What
not
does
funny,
your-
dude.
What
That's
does
not
your
funny.
casting?
You know how cheesy
what's
it
your
is?
casting report
You know how
look
fucking
like?
cheesy
you
it is
fucking
to suggest that I don't look like a Dwayne? It's not even funny.
I know Dwayne's. You do not look
I
like
look
a
like
Dwayne.
a Dwayne and a Jerome. Okay? So you can fucking check yourself. Okay, brother? All right? So I'm reading
I don't
for
like how you said brother. Do you have a card? Do you have a card for that? Do you have a card? Oh, we already threw it. You're crazy, bro.
Yeah. That one's
You're
that one's
crazy.
the white nationalist card.
You wrote that down?
Yeah, I wrote.
Is that real,
yeah,
bro?
that was it said white
You're
nationalist.
a fucking idiot, bro.
All right, so so I'm reading for Dwayne, and what the director forgot to
Shout
realize.
out to Dwayne.
Yeah, what the director forgot to tell me was that there would be 3 N-words in my script. And so I'm reading, and I can only read as far as the screen scrolls down. So I can only see one line at a time.
Type shit.
Yeah. And so I'm reading, we're going back and forth, and I dropped the N-word, and all of a sudden I realized what I did. And the
Are you okay, bro?
And dude, I
You're
lived.
wilding today, bro.
I lived to tell this story.
You're wilding today.
No,
bro.
I did
You
drop
put me
it.
in a very awkward, but
It's okay.
everybody that I know is gonna be like, "Who the fuck is
That's
that?"
fine. These episodes are good episodes. Okay, so I accidentally dropped the N-word, and the director and the producer and the actor all kind of stand still, like, what did you just say?
Why did you do that?
No, not why, but they sort of like at the end of it all, they sort of said, "Hey, Jeff, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that we gave you that script. We should have gave you the other."
That did not happen, bro.
No, I swear to God,
You're
they actually
lying.
apologized to me, and I said it's okay. I was just a little awkward. So the actor,
It's okay, it's a little awkward.
so the actor, he's a big ass dude. Like he's jacked. Like he goes to the gym like 5 days a week easily.
Right.
And so he daps up Tony, Tony,
Hey,
and
shout out to Tony.
shout out to
ganger.
Tony. And then he daps up the director and the producer, and then he comes over to me and he goes, "Hey man, you said the N-word. That was cool." And I'm like, "Oh shit. Yeah, all right. Thank you. You're welcome." So I got away with saying the N-word in downtown Detroit in a room full of black people, and I lived to tell the story. But it wasn't my fault.
But why? Look, it's like if you cheat on your woman.
Yeah.
Why would you ever even talk about that? It's the same
I actually
thing.
find it to be a really unique cultural experience. Okay. And you got to understand, you have to understand, it's very rare for a white guy to accidentally say it in an environment that you shouldn't say it. Not that there's an environment where you should say it, but I'm just saying it's just that environment and the nature of how funny it was.
That's not funny.
Dude, it was
It would be
fucking
okay
funny.
if it was funny. I'm reacting to what you're saying because it's not.
Maybe I'm not telling the story good enough to make it funny, but in that moment,
It has to be, bro.
In that moment,
when you
when the
say
actor-
something like that, when
the actor was like, "Dude, Jeff, that was actually
my
pretty
God, bro. I hope that didn't happen.
cool." It did happen. It happened, and I lived to tell the story. It may not be a good story.
You're wild, bro.
Trump 2028. All right. So since and maybe
Bro, this guy is crazy.
maybe what the issue is that I've never talked to
We
blacks
don't even
before.
have alcohol in here for you to be talking.
No,
like
it's all right.
this.
Maybe I've never talked
No,
to
it's
blacks
all right.
before. So what should I know? I've never talked to blacks before. So what should I know?
Never tell them that fucking story you just told me
Okay.
and them.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
Right. Okay. What else?
What should I tell them?
Yeah, because
You
there's a
shouldn't
lot of
tell them
whites.
anything.
Because there's a lot of whites out there that have never talked to a black person before.
There's
like-
not many.
No, there are. Trust me. I've been to some areas where there's some Confederate flags flying around when I'm driving, and it's a little awkward even.
Me too.
And it makes me feel very uncomfortable. Like they're.
So what should they know?
Yeah. What should they know? What should they know about blacks?
What should they know about black people, African Americans?
Generally, yeah.
We're just like any other person. Don't be disrespectful.
Right.
Don't be don't put them in a position to feel like they're in danger.
Right.
What do you mean? It's
Right.
the same way you would fucking act around a Chinese person or a Middle Eastern person or anybody, an alien. You should be on your toes.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you, King.
Call somebody king.
Thank you, King.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Bro, I got some good ones. Well, and the reason why I ask is because I was watching a lot of Tyler Perry movies before this, just to do some research.
Perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh my God! Why would you let her say that on the air?
He's joining me by phone. That's Bill Roden of ESPN.
Why did she say the N-word?
She accidentally said it
But why?
because she has implicit bias.
Accidentally saying the N-word is crazy.
Look, I want to say to your audience that I want to sincerely apologize for my
Bro, we don't
colonizer,
believe you, bro.
for my colonizer blood, and I apologize.
Bro, you are bugging, bro.
So I just want to apologize. All of the implicit racism that I exude and the history of my ancestors is not fair to you or anyone else, and I want to sincerely apologize. While
I
David
can't believe
plays
she
that in the
said that, bro.
background.
I can't believe she said that. That's so crazy.
This one says, take phone call of escort you forgot to pay.
Bro, they were
We're not
in
gonna do that.
MGM
We're not
last
gonna do
night,
that.
bro. It was crazy.
Yeah, well, when you brought that up, I was going to do something, but I was
It
like,
was crazy, bro. I never seen nothing like that before in public.
Do you think that black people are more conservative than liberal?
Why are all your questions racial?
That's-
You come to my show to ask me about black people.
Black
You're
people.
crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
Specifically. Well, so actually, this is a good story. So I got in trouble in high school for I got in trouble in high school for
Let me
writing.
guess. Let me guess. This is
Yeah,
what you
it's-
did in fucking high school.
You won't know. But I wrote a paper my senior year of high school, Mr. Iceman's class, if you're familiar with him,
Shout out.
that all blacks are more athletic than all other races. Is that racist?
Yeah, identifying people's attributes based on their color, or yes, that's
It could be.
racial.
It's racial. But what if there was scientific backing?
Bro, science and media has always manipulated people into thinking one thing. The Jews, the Nazis,
Do I have something about the
women,
Jews? I might have something about the Jews. No.
3/5 a man.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, think about that fraction for a second.
Up.
Think about that fraction, right?
Fuck out of here.
3/5? Who comes up with that?
Manipulators.
No, but that's fucked up, dude. You couldn't even say 3/4. You had to go 3/5. What does that even break down
That's
down
weird
to in a
math.
percentage?
Yeah, that's weird
Well,
math.
it is weird math.
That's
Think about
weird.
that, okay?
That's weird math.
Yeah, it's very unusual. You know, like you got to think
Bro,
about.
you come in here guns a blazing. I knew you were excited. I was excited too.
Dude,
But bro, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm here to get myself canceled. But you have to think, like, the founding fathers are in a room. They're like, yeah, well, you know what? They are technically human. And
I
then,
think
and
it's
then
great
the one
because you're
guy's
almost like a martyr for the people that are scared to come.
yeah, 100%.
Because it's like, if nothing's gonna happen to him, nothing's gonna happen
no.
to you.
Yeah, 100%. Like, why give a shit? But you got to think about the founding fathers, and they're like, yeah, I think they are human. And then you got the one guy's like, yeah, but maybe only 3/5. Okay, like where the fuck is that fraction
You ever
coming
hear that
from?
joke from Shane Gillis about when they were trying to do the age of consent? And then the guy, he's like, the representative from Rhode Island. He goes, 12. And they go,
Oh, God.
what the
Oh.
fuck? He said, why do I have to go on first? Why do I have to go first on this one? That's so funny. That's the hardest one to go first on.
Yeah,
That's funny.
It is. But they were just trying to figure shit out back then. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't really know. I mean, sure, they knew.
They were trying to figure shit out.
They were trying to figure
right?
shit out. You know, but technically what that means is if you have two black people, 3/5 plus 3/5 is 6/10, right?
Yep.
So
I don't even know. I'm just agreeing.
I don't know either. So is that one full human? If two black people, if you do 3/5,
That's the thing with probabilities and percentages. Yeah.
right? Because I think that becomes like a point something.
If 90% of Americans make $50,000 a year, and the other 9% make over 100,000, or the other 10% make over $100,000 a year,
Mhm.
if you put 100 people in the room, 10 of them will be making more than $50,000 a year.
Right. That's true.
I just wanted to share that.
That was basic math. Brought to you by David Hatchett.
Dearly Beloveds podcast. Bro, you know, I've been dealing with a crazy burnout, bro, the past couple weeks, bro.
You
You
been
ever
tired?
experienced it? Bro, I don't know what it is. I've been sleeping a lot, but I don't have any motivation. I've been slacking off at work.
Really? Have you tried putting more seasoning on your food?
Not the seasoning.
I just discovered seasoning outside of salt and pepper.
No, I've been sad, though. Really depressed. And this is not helping. You're trying to fucking torpedo my shit, bro. I'm just joking.
Well, here's the thing. When you work too hard, and obviously if you're a trucker and you're on the road, max 70 hours a week, sometimes more
Bro,
if you
you
have
ever-
manual logs.
You follow any TikTokers or you ever dated a woman that sang a cappella into her phone and uploaded a video?
No, I've never dated a woman who sang a cappella into her phone and uploaded a video.
I used to drink my whiskey. My body black.
Yo, that song blows.
Bro, but those
already
people
used
are
that one.
psychopathic, bro. The people, not even
I
just
heard
women,
that one
but
too.
the people that like pull up their phone and go, well, I'm trying to think of like a Lana Del Rey song or something.
Dude, I was jamming
The
out to
people
Lana
that go,
the other day.
the people, what's a Lana Del Rey?
Blue Jeans.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, young and beautiful.
Yeah,
The people that do that and then they post it are psychopaths.
Yeah, they
bro.
are.
Those people are psychopaths.
Yeah, anybody who lip syncs and then posts to Facebook,
Yeah, bro.
don't be gay out there, okay?
Oh man.
No,
bro.
you can. You can be. It's all right.
Have you heard of decentering men?
Decentering.
Yeah.
What? Tell me more. Because I'm all about
someone
the
close to me was posting on Facebook about decentering men,
Oh boy.
and I googled it, and I said, "Motherfucker, who you trying to decenter?"
Is that about like, making men less part of spaces?
Right. Making men less. It says the decentering men movement.
Okay.
Decentering men is a lifestyle where you subvert and unlearn patriarchal norms.
Oh, geez.
This looks like nothing trying your worth to your This looks like not tying your worth to your role as wife, mother, girlfriend, or any other relationship where women are expected to labor.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe in that.
I want to decenter my job.
So here's the thing. I am actually very pro
Isn't
patriarchy.
that how does that make you feel, bro?
It actually
hurts my fucking
my
feelings,
feelings
bro.
too, and it's part of the reason why me and my buddy Ramon are actually starting an organization to bring back the patriarchy. #us2.
If you're a
And-
woman and you don't want to be a wife or a mother, like,
Yeah.
what do you want? What are you trying?
Yeah, for
Why
real.
are you decentering men?
Right.
Just go do whatever the fuck.
Exactly. 100%. I just feel like we need to bring back the patriarchy.
No, stop, bro.
And
You
men-
can't do that,
No,
bro.
I'm not saying
I
that.
have a PhD in content creation. You can't do that, bro.
No.
You can hint at that. Like, do it in a better way. Like,
Okay.
say that better.
Right.
Like, don't fucking.
Okay. No, you're right. Let me say it better.
Oh, shit,
I'm
my
gonna say it better. Okay.
Yeah, just say that better, bro.
I'll say it
Don't
better.
fucking say it straight up. I can't
Let's-
come on my platform and say I hate these types of people.
No. You're
I
right.
can be like, these type of people drive bad.
Right. I agree. Believe all men. That's what I'm gonna say.
What the fuck,
Yeah, like Shannon Sharpe. Believe all men. Okay.
bro? They got Unk up out of here, bro.
I know, that's unfortunate. But But here's the thing though. This is why we need to bring back the patriarchy though, because you get
bro, you
get
said it
false
again, bro. Like stop saying that shit, bro. Stop saying that shit, bro.
Because
you said it again. Say it better. You're a clever guy. You can say it better.
I did say it better. Us #us too. That's our slogan.
I was just having I was just talking to my brother. I'm like, thank God we were never sexually assaulted. I forgot what we were talking about.
I know. It is actually tough out there to be a woman because you got to think every man that you're
for
around
anybody. I hear more about young boys being sexually assaulted than the Pope just died.
Well, I know. The day after Easter, it's unfortunate. 88 years old. Don't cry, dude.
That was a crazy segue.
I thought you were about to cry for a second.
That was a crazy segue.
It's sexual assault. Hey, the Pope just died. I did not have that on the last two of my
shit's
cards.
I know that bullshit is rubbing off on me. I just want to be good.
It's all right. Listen,
I want to be
but
safe.
You got to think like if you're an altar boy, right? Just think about this for a second.
I don't want to think about being an altar boy.
No, but like you think about it, you don't really know what's normal. That may just come across as like a ritualistic thing. Like the priest touches your balls and then it says name of the Father,
all
Son, and
right.
Holy Spirit.
Have you ever seen Rounders?
Rounders. Are we going to do another movie review?
No, you just reminded me of something.
Rounders. No.
Matt Damon,
No.
Ed Norton.
Both great actors.
Well, Matt Damon is a poker player.
Okay.
And he's in law school, and his like professor lawyer friend is like a Jewish like lawyer guy.
Okay.
And he said his parents wanted him to be
Wait,
like
Ed Norton played the Jewish lawyer?
No.
Oh, because that would be ironic.
Guy. No.
Okay.
So his teacher was explaining like his story of growing up in the yeshiva and then like walking away from it, and like his parents like hated him for it.
Okay.
And the ultimate moral of the story was like, you are who you are, like you're just gonna be who you are regardless.
Right.
And you can't like fake it, you can't fake it for other people. And then it encouraged Matt Damon to follow his dreams of being a poker professional in Las Vegas.
Nice. Is that your dream?
No, I love playing poker, but
you wouldn't go
it's
pro?
a rough game. I ran into aces twice yesterday for a lot of money. A lot of money.
I'm sorry to hear.
With a straight draw, and then I had pocket kings.
I told you off air that I bet a lot on the LPGA.
Yeah, that's wild.
The
bro.
Chevron.
I love that though.
Championship.
Did you watch the Masters?
No, I only bet
Roars.
on very like obscure
Rory.
golf.
Rory almost fucked it up, bro.
Well,
He missed a fucking 4-footer.
are we talking
win
about
the Masters.
The Zurich Open?
Masters.
Oh no, I don't watch the big stuff.
Rory is winning by a stroke, and he fucking he was up. He needed a 4-foot putt for the Grand Slam.
Oh, he got the Grand Slam.
I was in the poker room. I was in the poker
that.
room up north, New York, upstate New York. So I'm watching this and I'm talking shit all day about Rory. I'm like, he's gonna choke. He chokes. He misses and then they go into overtime. Him and Justin Rose. And
Pete Rose was betting on himself on that golf course.
And the camera caught Rory going into the clubhouse.
Okay.
After he fucking choked the putt and is going into overtime. And I was just thinking, we were talking in the poker. I'm like, he's in there crying he's crying his eyes out. And then Justin Rose went first, fucking on a par 3, fucking darted one, bro, like a 10-footer.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rory fucking nailed one for like a 3-foot putt, dude. It was crazy. He almost fucking holed
Hey,
out.
remember that one time that we went golfing and I beat you? And then you said
bro,
that
you're fucking
and
crazy,
you said that,
bro.
and you said that I didn't beat you, and then your dad sided with me, and then you were like, "No, Jeff, I beat you."
No, this is what happened. We were counting
tell us.
strokes on the last hole.
Tell
You were
us.
winning
I know,
by like a stroke or two.
maybe 2.
Right. And then you were trying to, as we're playing the hole, you're trying to get me to count my strokes when I just count them backwards after the hole.
Right, which is very inefficient, and it leaves a lot of room for error.
No, it doesn't.
It does. You count them as you
Why
go.
would I line up on my shot being like, oh, this is stroke number 3?
'Cause
Who does that?
I do.
You're insane.
That's why my
So
my
you
numbers
asked
were
me,
accurate.
what stroke I was on, and I gave you a number. And then when I was done with the hole, I realized that number was wrong because I counted back from how many times I hit the fucking ball.
Do you want to know
So
something?
you were like, you can't do that. You told me this in the middle of the fucking hole, Jeff. You're fucking insane, bro. And when you're betting like that, like money, it's all word of mouth. If you think I'm cheating, say that.
I thought you cheated.
Say less.
I thought you cheated. But you want to know something that's positive here?
What?
It's a new year.
Jeff, why would I? If you don't believe my score, I'm not going to bet you.
I believe that you lost.
If
So
you don't believe,
in that respect, I do
you
believe
know
you.
I beat you by 2 strokes on that last hole to tie.
No.
And why would you even bring this shit up? That's why you're fighting to say no. That's why you're fighting to say, no. I'm taking what you said at face value in the middle of the hole. The hole wasn't even over yet.
You know, fuck these last 2 cards. Let's talk about it.
The hole wasn't over yet, bro. And you're asking me what stroke I'm on. Like, you should be worried about finishing the hole with as least strokes as possible. You're worried about my fucking score.
But I also gave you a couple
Bro,
strokes
you're insane.
mid-game.
No, bro. We're talking about this specific hole.
know
We're
the
not
last
talking
hole.
about that.
I know.
I don't remember anything
I do.
about but that last hole.
I remember it.
I remember beating you by 2 strokes on the last hole to tie you to be even.
Well,
and
can
then you go, no, because you said you were hitting 4 or 5 right before your chip on and a putt in. So instead of hitting you probably hit what, 8 or 9? You want to win off an 8 or 9 fucking stroke 18th hole?
That's right, baby.
You're fucking ridiculous, bro.
A win is a win.
You're trash,
at the end of the day,
you're trash.
it's about who gets the lowest score, not if it looks pretty.
Bro, it's not. We're talking about the camaraderie of gambling that way. You take what the person says at face value unless you have evidence. Are you counting my strokes?
I think
Are
we're gonna
you counting my strokes or am I counting my strokes?
I just feel like we have to bring a camera next time because somebody's
Jeff,
a liar.
Jeff, I'm not gonna gamble with you, bro, because why would I gamble with you if you're not gonna believe my score?
Listen, I believe all black men, okay? First of all.
If you're not gonna believe my score, then why would I gamble with you?
Listen, I believe all men, okay? Us too. Hashtag us too.
Jeff, if I'm trying to think of a better scenario to explain why that doesn't even make any sense.
No.
How did my dad side with you?
Your dad definitely sided with me on that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
what did he say?
He gave you a hard time. He goes, nah, Jeff was right.
You heard him say that?
Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing.
You're a fucking liar, bro. You're a fucking liar.
Dude. I'm paraphrasing 100%. I'm paraphrasing. I'm great at paraphrasing, by the way.
You're great at bullshitting.
No, that's
this
not the
whole
word.
fucking podcast is you bullshitting. And then at the end of the episode, you go, "Hey, remember that time I beat you because because of some fucking formality or some shit?" No,
I played
bro.
so much better. My drives were fucking.
How did you play better if we tied at the end of 18?
Listen. It's not about. It's first of all, it wasn't a tie. I beat you by a stroke.
How?
I just had a lower score.
Bro, you're fucking. Bro.
I can't wait to get back on the course with you because we're gonna video record everything.
No, we're not.
We're gonna.
Who's gonna video record?
Because you don't want to be recorded.
Do you have experience?
You don't want to be recorded on this.
Do you have experience vlogging your rounds on
100%.
YouTube? No,
Yeah.
the fuck you don't.
And I'm gonna add tracers.
I'm not doing that shit.
I'm gonna fucking add tracers to each shot so you can see where it lands and everything.
Jeff, it makes it comes off as if I'm not a trustworthy individual. Like you're not gonna believe my score.
Listen, you are
Why would I fucking?
You are one of the most trustworthy.
So why are we arguing about this?
Because you're very competitive.
No,
and
I'm
sometimes
not. I'm not even competitive. That's why it's stupid as fuck.
That seems like a very competitive answer to say. Thank you for watching, Dearly Beloveds.
Dearly Beloved podcast. Peace out, guys. Fucking crazy.